Well, hello everyone, this is Peter Brown with a look at your weather for the next 7 days. I know it's hard to believe that we are heading into the first week of November. We had some really interesting weather to finish out our period last week where we saw quite a bit of snow. So that was something that we really were not expecting to see that much of. We were expecting more in the way of a dusting, and many areas around the Burlington area saw about 5.5, almost 6 inches of snow. So one of the largest snowfalls in October for the Burlington area. But when we started to look at our period coming up, we are going to be anything but winter-like, which is a real welcome sign for those of us who love the warm weather. And again, starting out with a look at our almanac starting on Friday. Look at this, our temperatures we're expecting to be way up in the upper 60s to near 70s, so some great weather for early November. And if you're going out at night at all, not going to be too cold. Temperatures, probably about 10 degrees above where they should be at this time of year on the mid to upper 40s. So pleasant out there even if you have to be out at night. And as we round out our period, getting into the middle of November, I know it's hard to really wrap your mind around that already, but again, our average highs at that time of the year are only supposed to be in the low 50s, and we're probably going to be about maybe 10 to 15 degrees above that. So some real warm weather coming in. And of course, since we've turned our clocks back, unfortunately, though, if you are out in the afternoon, the sun is going down now around 4:30 in the afternoon, so the days continue to get shorter, and especially when we're at night, we can really see that the taste of winter is heading towards us. Now, as we go ahead, let's take a look at what the Climate Prediction Center is calling for us here in the Burlington area for in terms of precipitation and temperature. And looking at our temperature map, this is something, again, that we've seen that's been more typical for this year. We're going to be expecting in the Burlington area and most of New England, actually most of the eastern U.S., a very high chance of seeing above average temperatures. And in fact, here in the New England area, we'll have a very, very high chance of seeing that. And that will be reflected in the 7 days when we look at that in a couple of moments. Now, as we go ahead and we take a look at what the Climate Prediction Center is calling for us in terms of precip, again, looks like we're going to be maybe average. I don't really think we're going to be. I think it's going to be pretty dry for the next 7 days here in the Burlington area. But we really have been making some inroads on that drought with all of that heavy snow that we had and the heavy rain that we had right before it. So that's some great news. Now, as we go ahead and look at the 7 day next, there's really not much I have to say here. Looks like the temperatures are going to be fairly uniform from Friday all the way through to the end of our period next Thursday. Temperatures, again, ranging from the mid to upper 60s, and even on Sunday we'll be approaching 70. So some beautiful weather out there, maybe a chance of some showers as we get towards the end of the period as a cold front starts to approach us, but it doesn't look like there's going to be too much cold air behind that front either. So everyone, get out there, have a great week, and enjoy the beautiful weather here in November.